welcome to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol and I'm so glad you've joined us today. We're going to continue with our hip series, giving those hips a little bit of stretch and some openness. We stay seated so much of the time, don't we? And so we want to give those hips a little love today. We will do most of our class from a seated position. We will be standing and doing a pose later on. And just remember, if you don't want to stand up with us, then just stay seated and keep working. It's all good. Later this afternoon, we'll be uploading this video to our Bottoms Down Chair Yoga YouTube channel. We hope that you'll go out and check out this video along with all the others. And if you haven't already, please click on that big red subscribe button. We really appreciate it. All right, let's get started. So we're going to come forward in our chair so we're not leaning back. And go ahead and get grounded. So feel those sits bones, those really pointy bones that hold our weight. Make sure that you can feel both of them on the chair and that they're equally weighted. Next, let's go ahead and ground those feet to the floor. So we've got those 4 pressure points behind the big toe, behind the little toe, and those 2 points of the heel. And make sure you've got all 4 of those points firmly grounded to the earth. Next, we're going to think about pulling our belly button to our spine. We want to keep that belly button to spine throughout the entire practice. We want to lift our head towards the ceiling. I call that lengthening the spine. Shoulders are down. All right. Let's place our hands lightly on our thighs. Palms are facing up. Close your eyes. And just breathe. Just focus your attention center on your heart center, letting go of everything outside of the room. Begin to notice your breath, just feeling your natural inhalation and exhalation. Begin to deepen that breath. So inhaling a little more deeply and exhaling a little more completely. And can you do that even more? Inhale even more deeply. And exhale even more completely. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intention for today's practice. Focus in on what you want to accomplish. One more breath. Bring your hands back down to your thighs. Open your eyes. Let that right ear fall towards the right shoulder. Drop your chin towards your chest. Drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. And chin to chest. Go ahead and look forward. And let's look over that right shoulder. Look forward. Look over your left shoulder. Look forward. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. And reverse it. Should feel good, right? Kind of releasing those shoulders a little bit. Let's go ahead and move into our cat and cow. So we're going to place our hands lightly on our thighs, belly button to spine, round the shoulders, tuck the chin, let that head fall. Beautiful cat poses. Let's go ahead and lift up, grab the back of your chair, lift your heart into your cow. Let's add the breath. Let's inhale into cow, exhale into cat. Pull that belly button to spine, exhale. Inhale, lift up into cow. Exhale, round down into cat. Inhale, lift up into cow. Exhale, round down into cat. And release it. Roll one shoulder at a time. And reverse it. Beautiful. Take your right knee, open it nice and wide. Take this left arm, bring it all the way across your body. Grab your chair, crown of the head, lifts, turn, and look over the back of your chair. Making sure that this knee stays open. Don't let that knee fall in. And release it, and let's do that again. Bring it across, extend the spine long, lift, turn, look over the back of your chair, and breathe. And release it. Let this knee fall down towards the floor. So we're moving into our crescent lunge. So remember, this could be a version right here. That knee is straight down towards the floor. You're up on those back toes. If this feels good to you and this is a good stretch, then we're going to leave it right here. If you want to add on, we're going to push our foot back behind us, lift that heart up. Kind of this back of this kneecap is pressing up towards the ceiling. I'm facing over my right knee. I'm lifting my spine and really feeling that stretch in the quadricep muscle, but we're also getting that hip flexor. Let's release it and do that again. Here we go. You feel it? Feel the stretch. Heart is lifted. One more breath and release. Okay. Now extend this leg long in front of you. Toes are up to the ceiling. So it's the same leg. We're still working that same leg, okay? We're going to go move into pyramid first. Extend the spine long. Let the heart fall forward, keeping the back flat. Now it's super important to remember to keep this leg straight, okay? I don't want you to lock out the knee, but don't bend the knee. I don't care how far down your heart comes. This isn't an idea of how can I get my nose down to my knee or whatever. I want you to just let your heart fall, keep the back flat, keep the legs straight, and stretch. That's what this is all about. It's not a competition. Lift up and let's do that again. Extend the spine long. Let that heart fall and just feel the stretch in that hamstring. So all of this is super connected, right? So you're like, okay, you said we were going to do hips and here we are stretching our hamstring. Well, it's all so connected. All right, and release it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring that knee into the chest and we're going to squeeze it, all right? Now I'm going to put my hand underneath my thigh and I'm going to press through my heel, extending that leg long, and then put that foot down on the floor. All right, let's do that again. Bring that knee in and squeeze. Lift your heart up. Pull your belly button to your spine. Extend that leg long. You can hold underneath that thigh if you wish. You can hold the chair, or you can just not hold anything and let that foot fall down. Let's do that one more time. Here we go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Extend, press. Press that heel out to that wall in front of you. Put the foot down and release it. Okay, we're going to add on to that. Are we ready? Let's bring that knee in. Let's flex that foot. Extend. Place that leg on the floor. Take your opposite arm up to the ceiling and extend it out towards the wall in front of you. Bring it down to the outer edge of that leg. And there you begin to feel not only the hamstring, the hip is getting a little bit in this opposite side waist. Let's come up. We're going to do that again. Bring that knee in. Extend it out. Press, press, press. Place that foot on the floor. Opposite arm up to the ceiling. Out to the wall in front of you and down to the outside edge of the extended leg. Outside edge, outside edge. Keep the leg straight. Come up. Let's do that again. Bend that knee into the chest. Press it out. Extend that leg long down to the floor. Up we go. Down and to the outer edge of that leg. Breathe, 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 and release it. One more thing on this side before we move to the other side. Okay. You'll notice sometimes I switch sides every time, and sometimes we kind of do one side for a bit. So it's just mixing it up. All right, are we ready? We're going to take this knee and externally rotate it now. I'm flexing my foot. Okay, I'm holding on if you wish. Press heel out, but my leg stays out, externally rotated. Press that heel on the floor. Now take those toes up to the ceiling. Bring that knee in. Squeeze it. Externally rotate. Flex that foot. Press through the heel. Down to the floor. Toes to the ceiling. Last time. Bring it in. Squeeze. Externally rotate. Flex that foot and press out towards that heel. The heel out towards the wall. Down we go. Toes to the ceiling. And release. Whoo, how does that feel? Quite a bit of little work going on in that hip, isn't it? You feel it? Okay, let's do the other side. Here we go. Open nice and wide. Take that right arm, bring it all the way across your body. Grab the chair, lift and twist. And release it. And let's do that again. Come all the way across your body. Lift the crown of the head to the ceiling. Turn and look over the back of your chair. Oh, yeah. And release. Moving into crescent lunge. Let that knee fall down towards the floor. Remember, this is a version right here. If this feels good for you, stick right here. What I wanted you to feel is the stretch happening. If you want a little more, I'm going to push my foot back behind me. I'm lifting my heart. No matter which version of the leg you're using, heart is lifted up. I'm looking over the front leg, that left knee, lifting, 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 release it, and do that one more time. Thinking about back of the kneecap towards the ceiling. As I'm lifting my heart, I'm breathing and release. Go ahead and face forward. All right. Whew. Okay, we're going to start with just a regular pyramid, and then we're going to kind of build into it. Extend the spine long, let the heart fall forward. Remember, keep the legs straight. Don't lock the knee, though. Keep the back flat. Let's come up and do that one more time. Extend and hinge forward. All right, bring your knee into your chest, squeeze it. Flex the foot, press through your heel out towards the wall in front of you, and put that foot down. Let's do that again. Bend the knee in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Flex the foot, extend it long, press, press, press. Bring the foot down, and let's do that again. Bring it in. Squeeze first, extend with that flexed foot, pushing through the heel. Place the foot on the floor and come in. All right, now we're going to add on. Are we ready? Bring it in, flex the foot, extend, place that leg on the floor. Opposite arm comes up to the ceiling, out to the wall in front of you, and down to the outer edge of that leg, the extended leg. Oh my goodness, do you feel it? I do. Come up, let's do that again. Up we go. Extend it long. Out we go. Up as far towards that wall as you can reach it, and then bring it down to the outer edge of that foot. Now remember, keep the back flat. Let's come up. I don't care how far down that arm comes. What I care about is this leg is straight and your back is flat, right? You got to maximize the stretch. This isn't about how far down can I get my hand towards my foot. It's how straight can I keep my leg without locking my knee, and how straight can I keep my back. All right, are we ready? Last version is the pyramid, the external rotation of that leg. So bring that knee in. Let's externally rotate, flex the foot, press, put that foot on the floor, bring those toes up, and bring it in again, and squeeze. Externally rotating, pressing through the heel with a flexed foot. See how externally rotated that leg is? Put that foot on the floor. My toes are pointed out. Now my toes are pointing to the ceiling. Bring it in. Final one. Here we go. Rotate, flex, press, place it on the floor, toes up, and come up to a seated. All right, how are you feeling? Whew, right? You should be feeling some pretty good opening happening in those hips. Okay, continuing on. Here we go. Straddled forward fold. So I'm just going to heel toe my feet nice and wide. So what's really important in this one is that your knees are tracking to your toes. So everybody look and see. And if your knees are inside those toes, All it means is that you've got a little more stretch happening than your body is willing to handle right now. And I just want you to heel toe your feet back in until those toes, the knees are in alignment with the toes. Super important. We don't want to be twerking those knees, okay? All right, so pick your version, whatever works for you. Make sure those knees are in alignment. We're going to place our hands on our thighs, and we're just going to let our heart fall forward. Keep the back flat. All right, and we're just going to take our back to that 90 degrees. So it's parallel to the mat. We're going to tuck our chin, and we're going to roll up nice and slow. All right, let's do that again. Let's take a deep breath in, and let's exhale as we come forward. Take a deep breath in, exhale as you roll up. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale here. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale, roll it up. All right. Checking in, see how you're feeling. Now, if that makes you dizzy, don't add the breath. It's fine. Just breathe your natural breath. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now, the next version of our seated forward fold, all I'm doing is I'm straddling my chair, all right? So I'm getting an even deeper stretch into those inner thighs. My knees are, again, tracking right to those toes. That's the thing that's super important in this, whatever version you're in. Make sure your knees are tracking to those toes. Place your hands on your chair. Now, if you're not here, not back in the chair, if you're forward, that's fine. Keep doing what we were just doing, right? You put your hands on your thighs. If you're with me, we're back in the chair. I'm going to put my hands on my chair now. I'm going to extend my spine long. Everybody extend your spine long. Let your heart fall forward. Now I've got my hands on my chair for support, or you've got your hands on your thighs for support. Are we ready? Let's tuck our chin and roll up. I'm not going to cue the breath. If you want to add the breath, we inhale as we extend, and then we exhale as we come forward, but I'm not going to cue it. You can add that if you wish. Come forward, breathe, 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 breathe. Tuck the chin and roll it up. All right. Adding on. Now, if in either version, whether you're forward and your hands are on your thighs or you're back like I am and my hands are on my chair, either version is fine to do this if it works for you. If it makes you dizzy, remember, leave it out, okay? So just, you've got to listen to your body. Extend your spine long. Let your heart fall forward. So here we are, right? Our back is flat. We're at that 90-degree angle. Now, if you can, place one hand on the floor. Place the other hand on the floor. Let the heart fall a little bit further. Tuck the chin and let the head fall. So now you're in a straddle forward fold. Oh, yeah. One more breath. Tuck the chin. Roll up slowly, 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 slowly. Checking in. Did that make you dizzy? If it made you dizzy, please don't do that again, okay? Just keep your heart right here at that 90-degree angle. If you're with me and that felt okay, we're going to do that one more time. Ready? Extend the spine long. Let that heart fall forward. I've got my hands on my chair for support. Checking in. How's everything feeling? My back is flat. I'm it's parallel to the mat. Are you ready? See if you can put a hand on the floor. Other hand on the floor. Let the heart fall. Tuck the chin. Let the head fall into a straddle forward fold. Oh, yeah. One more breath. Roll it up nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. And come up. Whew, how did that feel, right? A little more intense. Okay, so we're going to move into our pigeon pose. So this is Kapotasana. We've done pigeon pose almost every practice that we've done, but we haven't done it like this. So remember, if you want to be here or here, you're fine. If you want to try their new version with me, it's not new, it's just we haven't done it before. What you're going to do is you're going to bring this leg. This is going to mimic exactly how we do it on the mat. This is mimicking the mat. But we're in a chair. I love it. So my shin is parallel to the front edge of the mat. Do you see that? Or as parallel as it can get. And if it's not parallel, don't worry about it. If your heel is way back here towards your inner thigh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay? All right. Now, this other leg is pressed back behind you. Okay, so I would guarantee you half of you are here. You're like, oh, I'm gonna lean forward because this is too much for me. Please don't. I would rather you bring this leg in and lift your heart up. Ooh, you're still going to feel a really good stretch in this leg. Kind of the same thing like crescent lunge, right? So if that knee needs to be bent and that leg is kind of straight down, then that's fine. Otherwise, you're going to push that leg back behind you and you're lifting your heart up. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm doing back there. Let me just turn. So either this knee is bent here or it's pushed back behind you. Do you see that? So here I am in pigeon pose. Whoo, yeah. Lifting that heart up, feeling that stretch right through here. Do you feel it? All right, now we're going to let our heart fall forward. Let your heart fall forward. Let your heart fall forward. Oh, yeah. Now what are you feeling? The hip of the knee that's bent. You feel that? Stay where you are. I know, we've been in it a long time. Hang with me. Hang with me. Breathing. So my heart is forward. If you want to put your hands on the floor, you can. Oh my goodness, this feels like pigeon pose on the mat. I'm telling you, it does. One more breath. We're going to come up nice and slow. And release it. How did that feel? You feel that? It's quite a stretch, wasn't it? Okay, we got to do the other side. I know. And then we're going to stand up and do one final thing. Okay, are we ready? Even though we haven't stood on this in this practice, it is pretty intense, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to make this leg parallel to my chair. The other leg is going to press back behind me. And I'm lifting my heart. Remember that if you want to have that knee bent, that's fine. It's not a problem. Or you can have that leg, kind of like what we do in crescent lunge, right? Where the back of the kneecap is kind of pressing up towards the ceiling. But it's totally up to you. All right, so we're going to feel that first. Heart is lifted. Feel the stretch. Breathing into it. If this is bugging your knee, then don't do it, right? So if this is, I knew, especially in my mat classes, I know that there's people that say that this pose really bugs their knees. So if that's bugging your knee, then you're going to go back and just do it with your legs crossed like we've done it 100 times, okay? Extend the spine long if you wish. We're going to let our heart fall forward. Oh, yeah. Keep your hips straight and forward, right? So if you feel your hips are angling, just make a mental note of it and try to let those hips stay forward. One more breath. Are we ready? We're going to come up and release it. Ooh, my goodness. That is an intense stretch. Let's hit a little bit of water. How about it? And then we're going to come to standing. Okay, so we're going to come and do a standing eagle pose. You're on the right side of your chair. Now, you're going to put your weight into the leg not next to the chair, okay? So, it's not this leg, it's this leg. It's the leg you're going to put all your weight into. You've got your chair right here. It's fine. Now, this is a balanced pose. But you've got your chair, so if you want to hang on to it the whole time, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to bring this other leg. So now the leg next to the chair is at tabletop position. So remember in balance, key is belly button to spine. So we keep that belly button to our spine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this heel, we're going to let it slide down the outside of that standing leg. All right, and don't worry about, I know you may have seen pictures where people have their legs totally all wrapped around. That's great for them. What I would like for you to do is really make sure your hips are forward. So what tends to happen when we start wrapping those legs around, if we need a little extra grace, our hips start going to the side, right? And that's not, I would way rather you have your hips forward and not wrap that foot around, okay? Okay, so if you're with me and you feel like it, we're going to let go of that chair and we're going to cross our wrists. So if you were with me the last class, we did a seated eagle pose, Garudasana. All right, are we ready? We're going to add those eagle arms. So we're going to bring our forearms parallel to one another. Now, take the hand of the leg, the knee that's bent, okay? Not the standing knee, but the other one. And we're going to bring it underneath. And either your backs of the palms are together or your palms are together. But if your palms are together, your wrists need to be straight. Lift up and away from your face and breathe. One more breath. Unravel your arms, unravel your legs, and put your foot down mindfully, okay? Go to the other side. So remember, whenever we're in a balanced pose and we fall out of it, we all do. Did you see me? I mean, I had to put my foot down. It just happens, right? But what did I do? I just got right back into it. So don't just go, oh, I just can't do it. Keep working at it. It will get better, okay? We just keep working on them. Okay, so I'm going to put my weight into the leg that's not next to the chair. Believe me, you don't want to do the same one again. You'll know. All right, bring that knee up to tabletop. My foot is flexed. My belly is tight. My hips are forward. And then I'm just going to take the heel of that foot and I'm going to let it slide down my leg. All right, so remember, hips stay forward. Don't care if you wrap that foot around the back of the calf or not. Makes no difference whatsoever to me. All right, belly button is tight. Tight, tight, tight. In fact, it's not only the belly button, but it's all of those muscles that we call in the pelvic floor, like that you use to stop the urine flow. I want all of those muscles super tight. Are we ready? Okay, here we go. Just cross wrists first. And maybe this is where you stay. If you want to do eagle arms, we're going to take the hand of the knee that's bent. We're going to bring it underneath. Backs of the palms are together or fronts of the palms are together. Lift up, forearms away from your face and breathe. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. One more breath. Unravel your arms, unravel your legs, and put that foot down mindfully, right? We put that foot down with purpose because we're training our brain. Let's go ahead and come back to a seated position. How does that feel? Everybody doing okay? We're almost done. That was really, really good. I do want to do one seated pigeon. So we're going to cross that. I know we did that. We did that other pigeon. You're like, well, this one's a piece of cake compared to that other one, and I get it. All right, extend the spine long. Let that heart fall forward. I know. I really do like that other one, though. Let's go ahead and lift up and rock your baby. It just gives you another version, you know? That's what I like to do. Extend the spine long. Let that heart fall forward. I just like to give you options. We play around with things, right? We see how our body feels. Let's come up and rock our baby. And we got one more. Extend and hinge. Letting that heart fall. Feeling those hips opening. They should feel pretty nice right now. Let's come up and do the other side. All right, extend and hinge. I know mine feel open. Go ahead and lift your heart up. Extend the spine long. Let that heart fall forward. Keeping the back flat. Breathing. And come up one final time. Extend and hinge. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Just a natural breath. And release it. Very good. Go ahead and sit back in your chair. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Close your eyes or soften your eyes. Hands are resting lightly on your thighs, palms are facing up. Take another deep breath in and a full, complete, cleansing breath out. Transform trouble into triumph. Maybe you can quickly improve a difficult situation, but it's more likely to take some time. What you can always do immediately, though, is improve your own perspective. Yes, you're facing a difficult challenge. Remind yourself that the best way to do so is within the overall context of a positive and empowered outlook. It's all too easy to wildly extrapolate your troubles, to assume everything is wrong with the very fabric of existence. Although that attitude is appealing because it relieves you of responsibility, it also makes problems much worse than they have to be. There's a better way, and you already know it. You know it because you've experienced your own effectiveness, your own ability to persevere, and even to grow stronger in the face of challenge. Take a step back from the urge to feel dismayed and sorry for yourself. Decide instead to be inspired, to see opportunity in the challenge, to act with courage in the direction of that opportunity. Accept the difficulty for what it is. Let it inspire and energize your own most positive perspective in response. Hold on to that perspective, act on it, and enable yourself to transform trouble into triumph. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Extend the left hand long. Flip the palm towards the ceiling. And release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. And release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Extend the right arm long. Flip the palm to the ceiling. And release it. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Check out our YouTube Bottoms Down Chair Yoga channel, and I will see you next time.